Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today, cinnamon bread. The bread that I'm making today is not overly sweet like the one you buy in grocery store. It is more gentle on the sugar and butter side. The other kind of bread that if I wanted to make more sweet and like a dessert kind would require a couple egg yolks and a little bit more butter and milk. So I will make the other kind too, but for those of you who are like me, not so sweet things, this will be just in between. You can have it as a toast in the morning with cream cheese or butter, or my kids even love it with just a little bit drop of honey. Simple to make, and once you learn, you will be making it at home and not buying it from a grocery store. Cinnamon bread today. Welcome to my kitchen, and thank you for watching. And what I need today is 3 cups of flour, and I have mixed all-purpose flour with bread flour. Altogether 350 grams. Packet of dry yeast, have a cup of warm milk, have a cup of warm water, and in my water I have 1 tablespoon of honey in there. 3 tablespoons of softened butter, pinch of cinnamon, and then for the cinnamon swirl, I will need a tablespoon of softened melted butter, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar, which is 50 grams. And these are the ingredients for today. First thing to do is dissolve the yeast with that warm water and milk. So I have put the water and milk together with the honey, mixed it well. And when I put the dry yeast in, I usually keep the temperature between 110 and 115. It seems like that's the best. So altogether, I have 1 cup of liquid. Have a cup of water, have a cup of milk, and 7 grams of yeast, plus the tablespoon of honey. Okay, and now this will go aside because it will take few minutes for the yeast to get active. Okay, I can see how much from here the foam rose up to the top. And that's how you know when the yeast is activated and ready to use. And I have to apologize, but when I was listing the ingredients, I forgot one very important item. 1 teaspoon of salt. I use pink salt. So when I saw it in my flour, I realized, I forgot. So that's a bad thing. 1 teaspoon of salt in addition to all the ingredients I listed. And I already put it in the flour. So I will just mix it and ready to put it all together. So flour and salt, that melted butter. When you melt it, you can use a microwave. Just remember, don't put it when it's hot. Yeast loves warm, but not hot. Hot can kill the yeast. So that melted butter, and if you like flaky, buttery taste, don't be afraid. You can put 4 tablespoons of butter instead of 3. That is not going to hurt the bread. And that yeast. And I like to put a pinch of cinnamon into that dough. And just mix it all here, and then I will use a mixer. I like to mix everything with flour first if I have to use a mixer, because not all of the attachments go to the bottom. And sometimes you have flour just sticking to the bottom and not incorporating well with the other ingredients. But if I mix it in the bowl first and then start the mixer, it gets smooth and beautiful. Okay, it is mixed. I don't have anything on the bottom, so now I can start the mixer. And I will let it go for about 6 minutes or so. here is a closer look to see the texture of it. Very stretchy and soft. And now, if you wanted to make this into a raisin cinnamon bread, yes, you could put some raisins in. Just remember to soak the raisins first. Make them softer and then pat them dry. Don't put wet raisins into that dough. It's not going to work. Always dry them first. And I am not going to use another dish to switch the dough and put it in a different bowl or something. I can use the same one. I'm not going to make anything else. So I will just sprinkle some flour around. Just a very gentle sprinkle. And then cover and leave it until it doubles in size. Depending on what temperature your house is set at, it might take an hour to even 2 hours if your house is on the colder side. So watch for it to double in size. I will probably wait at least an hour, and my house is set to 76. So I will see you soon. Okay, it's been 1 hour for me. You can see how soft, and it did double in size beautifully. Very airy, very soft. And now I will just need to punch it down, and we'll do the stretch and fold just once. So next time I will shape it and put that cinnamon swirl in. So you want to get the air to escape, and then the dough will work on it again. But that way it gets stronger. Okay, just a little bit of flour, and then I will put it upside down. Small, nice ball, and then you'll see how much it will grow again. So I will come closer to show you now how it is, how small, and we can compare it when it doubles in size, how it looks like. Okay, and I will cover it and wait until it doubles in size, another 45 minutes or so. And as I said, to compare from that small piece of dough I had before to this fluffy, airy, grew beautifully, doubled in size, if not tripled in size. So now I'm ready to shape it. We'll cut in half. And then I need to stretch it out or roll it out. And the more I stretch, the more I have coverage to put that yummy cinnamon spread. So melted butter, I need to stir it really well. And then with paintbrush, with a brush over the dough. I wanted to say paintbrush. Yeah, that's funny. Kind of looks like a paintbrush. Okay, and now I will fold it. And here, spread again. I don't put a very thick layer in one place because I want to have this cinnamon flavor everywhere. So I rather have it a thin layer than just in few places. A little bit more here. And then the rest goes on the other half. So now I need some flour on my baking sheet, and I can roll this into a loaf. Okay, a little bit of flour on top, and this one is ready. And same with the other one. Okay, and spread it around. And then fold it in half. If I make it too wet and put too thick of a layer in there, then it might not rise the way I want it. That's one. And the other thing is that it might separate. When it bakes, the layers of skin separate, and then it's not going to look so pretty. So now I will need to cover and leave it until it doubles in size again. (20 to 30 minutes). Okay, those loaves are ready to go in, and I have put melted butter, brushed it on top of those breads. The crust will be more crunchy and a little bit darker. Oven is preheating to 350. Because I have two smaller loaves, my oven is at 350. If I had one big one, my oven would probably be more like 360. So those go in, and I will set a timer for half an hour just to check on them and maybe move them around. Sometimes ovens don't distribute the heat the right way, and the back gets brown faster than the front. So I will just switch them around. But it should take about 40 minutes of total bake time. The color is the indication. Okay, 15 minutes into baking right now. It took me 38 minutes to be exact. And from far away, it looks like it's more brown, but remember, that is the cinnamon that I put on top with butter. So it will be darker. So it's not burnt, it's just darker color because of the cinnamon and butter that I put on top of that bread. Now, I can cover it if I wanted a softer crust, or leave it the way it is if I like my crust crunchy. So that's individual choice. We like them a little bit more soft, so I will cover those breads. It's about trapping the moisture. When you trap the steam, the moisture will make the crust softer. So that's what I do with my family. I cover it for a few minutes, but they smell like cinnamon and brown sugar for sure. When my kids come back, I'm sure those will be gone by tomorrow. Mieszasz? Co chcesz zrobić?
Pączki serduszka.
Pączki serduszka robisz? Tak lubisz bardzo?
Mhm.
Sama będziesz je robić? No to rób. Pokaż, jakie masz mięśnie. Jak to trzeba mieć dużo mięśni? Tak? Masz mięśnie?
Mhm.
Aha.